how are you? I'm Barrihun from Sami Tech YouTube channel. Now today I will present you the basic concepts of C++ programming. Before start the video, please like, share, subscribe my channel. Now today the introduction of C++ programming part 1 is present here. C++ programs contain a basic building block named a statement. A statement could be an instruction or a combination of instructions. Statement ends by semicolon, which is this symbol is called a semicolon, and the advantage of the semicolon is to terminate the statement. I will show you in practical session, but this is a theory session. You should know what semicolon mean, what's the advantage semicolon, what is C++ statement mean. I will show you. C++ is a case sensitive. Case sensitive meaning capital A and small a are different. The compiler ignores all the spaces and new lines during compilation. And x is equals to 5 is the same as and x is equals to 5 after compiled. This is the statement termination symbol. Before you can use any runtime libraries in your program, you must first add a header file into your program, which is called the directive or the hash symbol, followed by a hash symbol. Using the hash include statement, this preprocessor directives. A header file is a file with an extension of a .h that is included as part of a program and notifies the compiler that a program uses runtime libraries. Preprocessor directives processed by preprocessor before compiling and begin with a hash symbol, this symbol. Example hash include this file istream.h used for input and output the console and to the system, input to the system and output to the console, or displaying information to the console file or library is istream.h. Tells preprocessor to include the input and or output stream header file called istream.h. Reserved keywords have a unique meaning within a C++ program. What is reserved keywords? Each keyword has a predefined purpose in the language. ምን ማለት ነው? C++ ፕሮግራሚንግ ላንጉጁ ሪዘርቭድ የሆነ ኪወርድ አላቸው። ከስተምድ ያልሆኑ ኦልሬዲ ፕሪዲፋይንድ የተደረጉ በላንጉጁ ማለት ነው። ለምሳሌ ኢንት እንላለን። ኢንት ፕሪዲፋይንድ ነው፣ ሪዘርቭድ ኪወርድ ነው። እኛ ዲክላር ስናደርግ ኢንት ብለን ኤ እንላለን አይደለ? ኢንት ብለን ኤ ስንል ኤ ቫሪያብል ነች። ኢንት ኦልሬዲ ፕሪዲፋይንድ የሆነ ኪወርድ ነው፣ ሪዘርቭድ ኪወርድ ነው። ሶ እዚህ ጋር መጠቀም አንችልም ማለት ነው። እኛ መስጠት አንችልም ኢንትን ኦልሬዲ ናውንድ ባይ ዘ ፕሮግራም ላንጉጅ። ሶ keywords are reserved words defined by the language developers. So the following are some of the reserved keywords of C++ programming language. From this up to this is some of, not all, this is some of the reserved keywords as am, const, cast, dynamic cast, explicit, go to, namespace, reinterpret cast, static cast, through, union, wchar or word character t. This and this, auto, class, do, extern, if, new, register, static, true, unsigned, signed, and so much. There is so much reserved keywords. These are some of the reserved keywords in C++ programming language. Okay, what is C++ identifiers? The C++ identifiers are or is a name used to identify a variable, a function, a class, a module, or any other user-defined items. What? A variable, a function, a class, a module, or any other user-defined items. I will show you each in the next session. What is a variable mean? What is function mean? What is class? What is module? And other user-defined items. Please follow me one by one from the last or the end of the video. I will show you each. Okay. It consists of a letter followed by any sequence of letters, digits, or underscores. What? Identifiers are or consists combinations of letters, digits, and underscores. Please focus on this idea. What is underscore? What is digit? What is letter? Letters are any alphanumeric, alphabetical letters from small a up to small z, capital A up to capital Z. Digit is from 0 up to 9, 10 digit symbols. And the underscore symbol on your keyboard when you press shift plus near to 0 key, this. For example, f name እንላለን አይደል እንዴ? f underscore name, f name በምንልበት ሰዓት f name ማለት ፈርስት ኔም ለማለት። ስለዚህ እቺን ጋፕ ለመስጠት ስንፈልግ እዚች ጋር አንደርስኮር ሲምቦል እንጠቀማለን ማለት ነው። ኢዚየር አንደርስታንዴብል እንዲሆን ለአንባቢዎቻችን ማለት ነው። ሶ because symbols or variables or function names or class names or module names are one word. There is no space between each characters. So it is sometimes it is used to add a clarification for users. What does it mean, the word size? The general rules for constructing names for a variable or unique identifiers are: names can contain, as I told you before, letters, digits, and underscores. These three symbols. Letters, alphabet is from A up to Z, small and capital. Digits from 0 up to 9, numeric symbols, and the underscore symbol. So names must begin with a letter or an underscore, not in numbers and other punctuation marks. Please focus this idea. Variables cannot begin with other punctuation marks except underscore. Variables start with letters, and in between there is the combination of these three symbols: letters, digits, and underscores can be used for to declare the variable. Names are case sensitives. That means my var and my var are different variables in C++ programming. Other parts of the programming language may be possible to take the capital and the small as the same variable, but we are talking about C++ programming. So in C++ programming, my var and my var, the first one has or contains the capital V, and the second one contains the small v character. So these two are unique or different symbols. Names cannot contain white spaces or special characters like exclamation marks, the hash tag symbol, the modulus symbol, and the like. Except underscore, all punctuation marks is impossible in during constructing of variables, and also white spaces are not possible. Between the characters, space is not possible. So one word is only allowed to construct a variable. Reserved words like C++ keywords such as int, float, double, and the like, reserved words are not allowed to declare a variable or initiate a variable. Okay, C++ identifiers syntax of an identifier looks like this. Syntax means formula, language structure, language behavior. Can we define by this and definitions? What is syntax mean? So variables or identifiers can be declared using as the beginning underscore or letter. Then after that you can use either letter, either digit or underscore. Both of the series symbols can be allowed in between, but at the beginning of the variable or at the beginning of the any identifier or class name, it is not allowed. The only option is letter or underscore. So illegal identifiers, please identify here as an example: employee salary, hello exclamation mark, 1 plus 2, 2 nd or second. The problem or the error is here, white space is not necessary, and here exclamation mark is not necessary or not allowed. This plus sign is not allowed. This numeric symbol is not allowed at the beginning of identifiers. Okay, C++ comments. What is comments first of all? What is comments? In C++ programming language, but not in C++ for other programming languages, comments are explanatory notes for readers or human beings, not considered by the compiler. Program comments are totally ignored by the compiler during compilation and are only intended or understood by human readers, or in order to increase the readability or understandability of the written programming or source code. By the way, programs are source codes for a software. So for each source code, for each heading or fragment of codes or partition of codes, there is a comment. What this fragment of code is doing. So this is what comments are. Single line comments starts to single slash lines. Anything after this is considered as a comment, and the compiler did not consider it as a fragment of code. For example, this is a comment. This is a text printing program. After this symbol, this text is only readable by humans, not for humans. Multi-line comment starts with slash star this and ends with star slash. In between these two symbols, there is many lines of notes which describes or explains about the fragment of code, what is doing. Anything enclosed between this pair of symbols is called a comment. For example, this. Okay, after a program in C++, like this, hash include string, int main, cout this text, return 0, close. So indicates that this symbol indicates program ended successfully, and which tells for readers the program is successfully ended at this line. And a first program C++ starts here. Then the reader understood that the program is started here, and the compiler understood this from this up to this without the first this line and this line, because it is comment and only intended for humans. So the output is welcome to C++. As I told you before in the beginning of the video, this is the preprocessor, and this is the included file which is used to display and accept inputs from the user, and displays gives output from the system or source code to the user programmers or humans, or displays information of the output of the program on the console, like this. The output is this one when we compile this source code. As you see here, comments are written between this or this. This is the first line, and this is the preprocessor directive, which is used to input and output the input, see in or accepting information from the user to the system, and displays information from the system or program to the user. And the next one is the this one, the main function. Program contains one or more functions, and from these functions the main function is this one, main function. And this is the left brace begins the body of every function, and right brace ends it. This is the beginning brace of the function, and this is the end of the function, the right brace. And this is the welcome text display to the console. And this is the return keyword. By the way, this is a keyword, and the output return 0. It implies the program successfully terminated or normally terminated. And here printing a line with multiple statements. For example, as you see here, cout welcome cout to C++. If the programmer or the source code developer wants to display these two outputs as the same line, you can use like this. But if the user wants to display just like this into lines, you should be add /n here. /n indicates new line. Yeah, as you hear, within the same cout or one keyword or one statement, you can display under two lines here. You can see this. Actually, this is 3 because it is 3/n/n/n/n. Okay, good. Multiple line display. Addition program include our stream int main, int integral integer 1, integer 2, sham, cout enter first number, cin enter second number, then display integer 1 plus integer 2 or the sum of these two integers. By the way, I can show you the general instructions or how to install code blocks. We can write source codes as an IDE code block application. How to install this code block, I will show you. Please wait until it opens, and I will show you how it accepts information and displays the output. Okay, that is the code block opening homepage. Create a new project and console application. And next, I will show you by another video how to install this code block IDE for C++ addition underscore of two names. Yes, I use this underscore line because space is not allowed for variables or identifiers. Choose just C compiler, finish. Okay, by the way, I have the project quadratic C++ programming and CPP. Yeah, this is already written code yesterday, but I can show you how it works. They include a stream comment here slash this is or this fragment of code is used to add or used to accept two integer numbers and add and display their result on the console. Yes, this is a comment, single line comment. ሁለት ቁጥሮችን ይቀበላል ከዛ በኋላ ሁለቱን ቁጥሮች ደምሮ ውጤታቸውን ኮንሶል ላይ ዲስፕሌይ ያደርጋል። እንዴት ነው አክሴፕት የሚያደርገው ይላል። int a is equals to 1 b is equals to 1 ይሄ ቫሪያብል ዴክላሬሽኑ አሳይን ስናደርግ ነው ቫሪያብል። ይሄን ማስወገድ እንችላለን። ለምን የፈለገውን ዩዘር can give different values for a and b, so we can't recommend to assign for a and b their value. So the user or the user can enter different values for a and for b. Cheers, by the way, taking my coffee. Okay, then when run this first compile, press this button, click, there is no error. If there is something error happened, for example, why not miss this semicolon, and I show you what is the error and how to fix it. Build, and you see nothing to be done ይላል። ኦኬ የመጀመሪያውን ወስዶት ነው። ኤኒዌይስ እዚህ ጋር ሰሚኮሎን ያስፈልገዋል። ዴን ራን እናደርገዋለን። ራን ስናደርገው ይሄ መጣለን ማለት ነው። ከዛ በፊት እቺን ኮፒ እናደርጋትና እዚህ ጋር ፔስት እናደርጋት። እቺን ነው እንትን እያለ ያለው ሶ እቺን ላስወግዳት። አሁን ራን ላድርገው። ኤረር ነው የሚለው ያ expected initialization before cout. Thank you. Okay, sorry, ከሲአውት በፊት ምን ያስፈልገዋል ነው የሚለው expected initializers ነው የሚለው ኤረር አለ ነው የሚለው ሶ ኤረር b was not declared in this scope ይላል። b ዴክላር አልተደረገም። ስለዚህ ሰሚኮሎን ተርሚኔት ማድረግ መቻል አለበት each line of statement ማለት ነው። so after we compile this, there is no errors. Yeah, first number 44, second number 5, the sum is 49. 44 is greater than 5. Process returns 0 means successfully terminated ማለት ነው። Okay, thank you. It looks like the first program how or what looks like, and this types of program is executed successfully as I showed you. And then the next one is what is ended is the same to that slash n. This is the same function, the output. Yeah, what is variable? The second topic main topic is what is variables. One part of identifier is variable. A variable is a symbolic name for a memory location, a symbolic name for a memory location in which data can be stored and subsequently recalled. Simply, it is memory location. What is variable? Variable is a memory location. Simple. Variables are used for holding data values so that they can be changed and utilized in various computations in a program. Once they are reserved the memory location and holds a data value, after that it may be modified or utilized in various computations. All variables have two important features. Variables have its own type and variables have its own value. So which is what does mean variable type mean? Which is established when the variable is defined. The data may be integer value, the data may be float value, or it may be have a character value. So type, what does type mean? The types of the data that can hold. And once defined, the types of C++ variable cannot be changed. Once you defined or declare, it cannot be changed unless by applying different mechanisms to change the types of variable. For example, from float to integer, you can cast using a casting mechanism. For example, maybe the integer value a have the float value a have 9.9, so you can cast it as 9. Yes, or from integer value, for variable a have 9, so you can to cast 9.0. By different mechanisms you can change, unless it cannot be changed. What is value? Values can be changed by assigning a new value to be a variable. The kind of value of a variable can assume depend on its type. If the data type is integer, it only holds integer. For example, 2, 10, 100, negative 12, not real number like 0.12. Once you are declared integer, then that variable only holds integer value. If you declare the variable as a character, then it contains or it holds only a character value, unless it is impossible. Good. Variable declaration. Declaring a variable means defining or creating a variable. You create or define a variable by stating its type followed by its value, or you cannot expect it to give the value, but the first criteria is type, then variable name, or more spaces followed by the variable name and semicolon. For example, data type variable name, like int year. The integer variable declaration, the variable name is integer, and it only holds the value of integers, not any fraction value or character value. It only takes or holds integer value. Char ch, it only holds character value, not any other types. Ch is a variable name. Float, bonus, and floating number declaration. The variable name is bonus. The following statement defines an integer variable called my age. Int my age. Variable must be declared before used. For example, you want to use your age for some calculation, or your salary for some calculation, so you should be first declare the salary data type, and it may be including its value. So before using the variable, you should be declare it. For example, from the program fragment code here, the first step is declaring the variable a and b. After you declare, you accept it, the two variables, and you compute the sum of these two numbers. So before computing or using this variable, so you should be declare this symbol. Very nice. Then the second one is creating more than one variables at a time. For one data type, using one data type, you can create many data variable names. For example, you can create more than one variable using the same type, then separated by a comma. For example, syntax data type int, you take here, then variable 1 comma variable 2 comma variable 3 comma up to you want to declare up to n. For example, int my age, my weight, my salary, so my salary may be in fraction, or my mobile number, and so much. Long area width length, and so much. String character, it is another issue. Leave it by the only concern here in this topic is you can declaring by one type using in the same line many variables at the same time. For example, from this fragment of code, int a comma b comma sum, it may be sum, or you can declare like this, int b, int a, int b comma sum. You can the same, either in the same line or different line. If you put this termination semicolon symbol, the statement is terminated. unless you can add n numbers of variable on the same line by defining one data type. Okay, good. Then you cannot mix types in one definition statement. When you declare one data type, then in the same line all data variables have the same data value or data type value. For example, int age should be integer, my weight should be integer, not any other data types, no any mixing of data types. Okay, good. Assigning values to your variables. You assign a value to a variable by using this assignment operator is equals to symbol here. The syntax is data type valid variable name, then valid variable name is equals to this value, or at the same time data type valid variable name is equals to this value, this initialized value. For example, this one int width equals 5. It may be, or it can be, or it can't be. It can be int width is equals 5 on the same line. Create two integer values, initialize them. Int width is equals 5, comma length is equals to 7. We can, or int width is equals to 5 semicolon, and under the new line int length is equals to 7. We can. Mixed definitions and initializations. Int my age is equals 39, comma your age, comma his age is equals to 40. We can. Okay, this is all about the introduction parts of C++ programming, the basics of C++ programming: declaring variable, creating variable or identifiers, or types of or what components or elements a variable contain. So in order to continue the next part, please like, subscribe, share this video. Thank you for this stay. Please like, share, subscribe.